What is going on, guys? We are in the new place finally, and today in this video I'm going to be going over my streaming and video setup and just teaching and showing you guys how it all works. Also making some money off you guys if you don't mind. Links are down below. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm gonna be showing you guys the setup I have, all of the products I use every day, and giving you a very quick review on each one. If you guys want something more in depth, I would love to do it. In fact, I started this video out like that and realized it was just gonna be way too long. So we're gonna speed through it this time so I can get you guys ready to go, set up, ready to live stream or make videos if that's what you want to do. Or if you just want to go the PC gaming route, I'll help you out a bunch with that as well. Being that she's just sticking out, I guess we start off with the Audio Technica 20 series condenser microphone. This microphone has been a great option for me. It's very affordable for the performance. In fact, I will link a video that does a great job explaining how the $100 to $200 microphones perform seemingly just as good as the $1,000, $2,000 mics. So going with something like this is going to get you the top performance for the best value. I will link this down in the description, and other mics like it. Don't be scared to go the dynamic route. The condenser is going to get you better sound quality. The dynamic will do a better job at eliminating background noise, keyboard noise, and things like that. But if you have a good GOXLR and audio system around your condenser, you can't go wrong with it.
You saw me falling.
So it only makes sense we transition into the GOXLR. Now my mic routes directly to this beast where we have sound effects, which I still need to learn how to use. I don't use them too often in the stream. Mute button, bleep button, different features here that I would say, depending on the application, might be a little bit of a gimmick, would be the right word. But here, these sliders are incredible. Mid-game, I can lower my game volume down to nothing. I can crank it. I can keep it in the middle. I have access to my chat. So if I'm in a party chat, I can lower or raise their voice wherever I want it. I can set these up to control different volume settings if I want. Here's my music, and here is my microphone slider. I can mute stuff if I want to. Whatever it may be, I have the option. Also, the thing looks cool. You can change all the colors to whatever you want. I've kind of made them channel themed. As you guys know, we have like the goldish and the blue going on our channel. So that's what I've incorporated into my GOXLR as well.
I wanna know you, wanna feel how fast my heart would beat.
The next transition I would say would be the Stream Deck. You can get a bigger Stream Deck than this, and you can get a smaller one. This has been more than enough. As you can see, I have empty buttons here that I haven't used. There's things I could use them for, but I just haven't done it yet. Now, I have my live button.
It's alive! It's alive!
Record, ending scene, all my different scenes here, and then as well as my viewer counter right here, although it may be difficult to see. This has been a great tool where I can control my OBS without having to click around on my screen with a mouse, so I can do it without disturbing my gameplay.
I forget to breathe, just forget the world.
So my webcam here has definitely held up really well. It's a solid option. A lot of people will say the webcam industry, it's not there yet. The webcams are just not as good as they should be. A lot of people, professional streamers, are using camcorders with a cam link instead, and that has definitely been a really good option. Some people even using GoPros in a cam link, which is something I'm going to be trying in the future. Nonetheless, this is a good webcam for streaming. As you guys can see, my webcam quality in my live streams is solid, but GoPros with cam links and cameras, real cameras with cam links, you can't go wrong with that route either. That's going to get you the best quality. This is simple. It works. You plug it in. You don't have to worry about cam linking things wirelessly, but webcams are not as good as they could be. This is my tried and true, my BenQ 24-inch monitor. This thing has held up without any hiccups, any problems at all for years now. I had this monitor before I actually even got started with my YouTube channel, and this thing has been perfect. 60 hertz monitor, 1080p. It only cost me $100 with a 1 millisecond response time, and it's durable, it's held up. Couldn't ask for much more, but of course, I did have to upgrade, and we upgraded to the ASUS. This is a 1440p monitor. I can't remember the exact name they give it, but I will link it down below for you guys. I'll find out. It is a 1440p monitor that can overclock to 166 hertz, or you can just run it at 144 hertz when it's not overclocked. It is a 27-inch monitor, and I wouldn't go any larger than 27 inches, which we will get into in just a second. Eventually, I am gonna have to go ahead and maybe get another one because I love this monitor so much as well. This monitor it's incredible, man. It looks fantastic. And if you guys don't know ASUS is a very reputable brand. I worked at Best Buy for a while, and people would always come in saying they want an ASUS just because they hear of the reliability they get from ASUS, not even caring about the performance so much as wanting the ASUS brand. So this monitor was great. I did my reviews. It came in at a great price with G-Sync, which we can get into in a second when it comes to your graphics card, but great option. We're gonna move on to the desk. Now the desk is made by Vivo. It's a stand-up desk, which means this hand crank right here can lift it up about to here, so I can stand up comfortably and use this whenever I want. As you see, I don't have a very good chair. We'll talk about that in a second. But you can get this with the electric motor instead of the hand crank. And I believe it's around $300 right now. It's at a really good price. Some of these desks with the electric motor, and it's durable. I'm not afraid to lean on this. It is very strong. For the price, it is very durable. I haven't had any problems with it. But the electric motor one is coming in around $300, maybe $350. There's other desks that are competing with Vivo that are selling their desks at like $700, $800, $900. So this is an amazing option. I mean, look at the real estate, and the whole thing, the entire thing is a mouse pad. Doesn't matter where your mouse is, which is really nice. It's also just a really nice material to have on your desk. Moving on, you guys see that I have my mouse and keyboard here. This is literally just like a $15 set that I got because, as you guys know, I play on controller, at least currently, and this has held up for a couple years now. Zero issues. I clean it every once in a while, and I mean, you just can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. Go cheap with your keyboard and mouse, unless of course you are a keyboard and mouse player. In that case, I will link some options for that as well. Some options that I'm looking at too, because I've thought about trying to learn keyboard and mouse. Obviously, you need batteries for your controller. I like to go with rechargeables. I don't know why people don't use rechargeables still. Here it is. This is the original Elite controller. This is what I use on a daily basis. It has the improved D-pad, although the D-pads are still absolutely trash. Removable thumb sticks. You can get longer ones. This is a longer one. I'll switch it to the left if I'm racing, to the right if I'm playing a shooter. So I have a little bit more accuracy, a little bit more precision with that thumbstick. Really nice look on the controller. The build quality feels great, but in terms of the durability of the sticks or buttons, they're about the same as any other controller. So you really are buying this for the removable and extendable thumbsticks, I would say, in terms of functionality. Maybe for the improved D-pad, although we don't use the D-pad that much anyways. And then you have the shortened trigger pull on here, which is pretty nice. So there's a short one. Let me show you it. Shortened trigger pull, as well as opposed to the full trigger pull. You can even hear the difference. So you have options like that. You can get paddles on the back too. Here are the paddles. You can mount different buttons to these paddles so that you can use them with the fingers underneath the controller rather than having to push a button on top. I lost the cover for it, as you can see, and also the back straps came off just from the heat of my hands, and pretty quickly too. They've been gone for a while. This controller is not the most durable thing in the world for the price. It's not like buy it once and now you have a crazy sick durable controller. It's super cool, but it's not very durable. My left thumbstick is starting to give me a little bit of problems with some float going forward from holding it forward all the time. So now that happens once in a while, although it's not too bad. It's literally just once in a while. If you want this, if you want to spend extra money, I'd recommend it. If not, definitely no harm in skipping out and just getting a basic controller. Now, you might think going with the green screen setup is an expensive addition just to improve the quality of your stream. But I actually see this as the cheaper option, because the other option is showing your background. And showing your background is only a good idea if you have a very nice, attractive background to show. If you have RGB lighting and different fan memorabilia or action figures that are themed like your channel. I mean, you guys see those high quality streams where their background looks like it cost them $2,000–$3,000. If you're just showing your wall in your background or your dresser, it's not a professional look. So get yourself a green screen to actually save money and still have a professional looking live stream. I'll link options down in the description. Now this video is already getting long, but on to the last thing, the PC. Now I'm rocking the SSD that came with it, I believe about 150 gigs on there or something like that. 1 terabyte traditional hard drive. They're actually more durable than SSDs, but a lot slower. And they're good for just holding basic stuff, but I wouldn't hold your games on there. I'm rocking an Intel SSD, which is kind of a way to save some money if you don't have the Evo. You can't even really see it. It's covered up, but it's in there. And I will link that down below. An EVEGA 750 watt power supply right here. You want to get a good quality power supply because a bad power supply could fry your whole system. GeForce RTX 2070, which I got for a great price on eBay. I will link some good options for you guys down in the description. And then an Elgato 4K 60 Pro just underneath it. I'm actually selling my Elgato HD60S, but only to people who can come pick it up, so probably not to you guys. Nonetheless, the 4K 60 Pro has been a good option. There was the AVerMedia option, but my friend DK has been having some issues with that one. I've had minimal issues with my Elgato 4K 60 Pro. Great option if you're going to make 1440p videos, or if you have a 1440p monitor, whatever it may be, you're gonna want that 4K 60 Pro. Now I have quad channel, 32 gigs of RAM, DDR4, running at over 3600 megahertz. Pretty high speed RAM. It's actually one of the more powerful parts of my PC. I do need to upgrade my CPU, which is the Threadripper 1900X. I will not only be putting my current setup in the links, but I will also be sharing with you guys what I plan to upgrade to. So if you want a better setup, if you want to get all your needs met right out the gate, you can do so. Also, one thing I want to say about computers, get more than what you need, because what you need is never what you need. It's always less. Like, this has been my experience. I got a pre-built PC. I told the guys at Canada Computers I needed a PC that could play the game as well as stream it. They recommended me a PC. It wasn't enough. I started upgrading it. It wasn't enough. I upgraded the graphics card. Wasn't enough. I upgraded the RAM. Wasn't upgraded enough. This is where you want to put most of your money.
Interesting.
You need quality with your PC. It will save you a lot of headaches down the road. For my motherboard, I have an AORUS Gaming X399 motherboard. It's solid. It hasn't given me many problems. I do have some hiccups with the stream that I'm working on. Me and DK think it might be the Threadripper, the first gen Threadrippers that are the culprit for my CPU cooler. I don't remember, but I think it's called like Arctic Freeze or something, but it's been a good option. Some people go water cooled, but I'm in the business of saving money. So I'm going to get you guys. The big reason why you should take value in this is because I've always been big on saving money and finding deals. So this is all value focused investments in the channel, other than I would say the GOXLR, but the GOXLR is the only option. You can't find anything else like this. You could go with a traditional amp, but you don't get what the GOXLR has. There's no other competitors for it. So it is a little pricey, and honestly, no word of a lie, everything here has been worth it, other than possibly the CPU in my computer. Every other thing I've bought, I am completely happy with and have no complaints. The CPU was great originally, but it just hasn't aged well. So it's time for a new CPU. But other than that, you're getting value out of this current setup.
Coming quick.